Welcome to Wizards pregame. The Washington Wizards and the Los Angeles Clippers will meet for the second and final time this season, this afternoon, 3 p.m. at Capital One Arena. They met on Washington's recent trip out west, where we saw the Clippers hold off the Wizards 119 to 105. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden led the way in that one. Kawhi had 33 points, going 7 of 11 from deep, knocking down all 8 of his free throw attempts. James finished with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. Also going perfect from the charity stripe on his 10 attempts. They got good performances off the bench from Yannick Conan Niederhauser and Jordan Miller. The two combined to score 27 points and pull down 15 rebounds. I believe Nicholas Batum also had 8 points off the bench for the Clippers in that win as well. Washington was led by Keyshawn George's 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. They got contributions off their bench from Marvin Bagley III, Will Riley, and Tristan Vukovic, all of which scored in double figures for Washington. The Clippers are looking for their sixth consecutive win, while the Wizards are trying to snap a 6 game slide. On the injury front, the Clippers will be without Kawhi Leonard, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Derek Jones Jr., former Wizards Bradley Beal. The Wizards will not have the services of Bilal Coulibaly, Tristan Vukovic, Ken Whitmore, or Trey Young. Let's get to the keys of the game. Slow down, James Harden. He didn't shoot the ball well in their first matchup, but he controlled the game. You have to limit his impact offensively as much as possible, especially considering the Clippers will be without Kawhi Leonard this afternoon. You certainly don't want Harden to turn back the clock a little bit and have one of those vintage Harden performances this afternoon. Can't afford that, honestly. Zubac did not play in their first meeting as he was out with an injury. He's averaging 15 points this season. I mean, it's 14.9, which is feel comfortable rounding it up to 15 points this season and 10.8 rebounds per contest. He finishes well inside, shooting 60% from the floor, and is solid from the line as a big, shooting 72%. The other thing you have to do is keep him off the glass. He can mess up a game with the work that he does on the glasses, both on the offensive and the defensive end. Evidence here, you see his grades. Washington has to do a good job of keeping him out of this game. Don't let him impact the game to the point where he has 20 and 12, 20 and 15, or anything like that. Much like Harden with Kawhi being out, you don't want him to step in and fill up fill up that void. Um, Again, things Washington cannot afford. Limit the Clippers bench. Jordan Miller, Niederhauser played a big role in their last meeting. I told you guys to share with you what they combined to score is pretty much 30 points and 15 boards together. Niederhauser had 16 of that 27 points they combined for. Miller had a double double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. He also had 5 assists. But Miller specifically, I'll take a moment to talk about him. He's really settled into the role for the Clippers. This is his third year there. He's up to 17.4 minutes per game, improving from 11.4 last season, and his scoring has went up slightly from like 4.5 points up to 7.6. But that's not where you could really tell the big improvement for him. His 3 point percentage, it's literally doubled. Last year he shot 21% from deep. This season he's shooting 43.9%. Again, can round up. He's shooting 44% from deep. And his field goal percentage, while it didn't double, it did go up 10%. He shot 43% from the floor last year. It's up to 53 this season. So he's shooting 53% from the floor and essentially 44% from deep. Again, with Kawhi out, can't afford for Miller and mentioned Niederhauser um, combined to lead that group off the Clippers bench to change this game. They did in that last meeting where we saw Kawhi and James. For the Clippers, as far as the starters, really have good games, but off the bench, those two are huge. That one, so that is something that Washington has to do is limit the production from the Clippers bench because they played a huge role in that win. Lastly, for Washington, take care of the ball, rebound, and defend the three better. The Clippers shot 38% from deep in that first meeting. We'll check in with you guys after the game for Wizards Outlook. So again, keep these keys in mind as you're watching this afternoon's game.